Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the second episode of Log Horizon. This one's titled The Roka Encounter Battle. Oh boy, so yeah, first episode last week. I want to do more than one per week, and hopefully today, since we only have ReZero today, we can actually do 2 episodes today. That's the plan. Straight after this, I'll be doing episode 3, so stay tuned for that one. But yeah, this was a very welcome first episode. I enjoyed this a lot, and yeah, people know I like my isekai shows, and having another isekai to watch is never a bad thing for me. And whilst it is somewhat dated now, since this came out originally end of 2013 and into 2014, because it's a multi-core show, it still holds up relatively well, I think. I'll say now, the characters so far, the main 3 characters that we've met of Shiroi, Akatsuki, and Naotsugu, or Naotsugu, however you say his name, I quite like them. Shiroi seems very calm, methodical, calculating. I quite like that in a main character. It's rather nice to have a character like that isn't just a bumbling idiot. So that's nice. Akatsuki I quite like. I mean, it's hard for me not to like her. And Naotsugu, he's endearing in his own way, which is kind of interesting. He's a bit of a buffoon, but he's endearing in his own way. We also met, was it Mariella? Yes, Marielle, sorry, not Mariella. Marielle is the leader of the, guildmaster of the Crescent Moon Alliance, which is one of the guilds that's tried to get Shiroi in, but didn't actually work. Shiroi is not a guild-type person, it seems. There seems to be a backstory with a certain party of his. It's like a tea party. Yeah, the Debauchery Tea Party. Who were a collection of players who went on some tough raids and stuff. But never actually, like, fully guild for some reason. I don't know why they didn't form a guild. There's probably a backstory reason for it that we'll get into later. But yeah, so far, cast is quite enjoyable. There was a comment, actually, from last week's episode that I just want to highlight quickly. It's from Nekamaji Masume, who gave the point of, like, as opposed to most isekais, ends up being, like, either a completely new fantasy world, or if it's based on a game, it's very often like a VR MMO. Like, that's the big thing. Like, a VR MMO is like, oh wow, it actually, like, I didn't know the game could, like, I can actually feel things now. It's like all that trope stuff that we were used to. This is just a desktop game. This was not a actual VR built game. So, then when they were mentioning, like, controls and stuff, it's like, well, yeah, because they're trying to do certain keyboard shortcuts and stuff, and like they have their combos, and they, well, depending on whether the game would allow it, they might have macros or something to play with, but now they're actually using the menus when they're in front of you, like your command. Like, I'm sure you could do it with commands like that. You could do walk, 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 and that's like that's a combo or something. But it makes sense that now they're having to instinctually know, like, okay, I know my skill attack is I just need to feel like this and then do that, and now they can actually do it, as Katsuki kind of proved with her assassinate ability. So yeah, that's an interesting take. And the food being kind of bland, therefore makes a bit of sense, because it's like, well, it was never meant to taste like anything, because no one's tasting it, so there wouldn't be any taste parameters in this world, I suppose. I wonder if that means any food they eat is going to be like that, or if now that they're in this world, if they create their own food, maybe they'll get some taste out of it. Like, if they invent a new recipe or something. I don't know if that would still be bland in that case, but I hope they can find some way to make the food a bit better, because that would kill me in the end. Like, every bit of food I ate was always the exact same blandness. It's like, yeah, that would get pretty torturous after a while. Although I suppose you just get used to it in a weird way, so I hope there's a bit more nuance to the food. That would be kind of just, be a nice touch just for them and their own sanity more than anything. But yeah, so the teleportation gates across Japanese game districts are all offline. We can't log out. Guilds are all recruiting, because this is a brand new update, so basically a DLC or patch, or content patch, however you want to phrase it. The Novasphere Pioneers. So, whilst a lot of the game will be familiar to them, anything in the new content of the DLC is going to be new for anyone, so having a group of people that can share information makes a lot of sense to have as opposed to just working on your own and then just having to explore every single facet of the new DLC by yourself. It would become kind of tedious. It's like you. I think most of us know, like if we're playing a game such as Genshin Impact, for example, a very recent RPG type game. It's not an MMO necessarily. It has co-op, but the co-op's kind of pointless for the most part. Yeah, like you're not going to go around and explore every single little detail and be like figure out every single puzzle for yourself. You're going to look at guides. You're going to look at like builds and stuff. You're going to have a community aspect of it, even if you are not directly involved with contributing to that community. You'll at least utilize the community aspect of it in like guides and stuff. So it just makes sense to have more people working on the same problem than just soloing it yourself. So at least we've got a small party here. I don't think we're going to be joining any guild anytime soon, but maybe we'll be cooperative with them. But you know, anyway, what else was there? Oh right, yes, we have the girl Sarara, however you say her name, made a panicked call to Marielle, was being chased, and it looks like we're going to be going to help her out. Maybe there was also the cat person. Nyanta, who is the character at the beginning of this, representing Myrlyn's pledge. So I think we're going to be meeting that character today as well, judging by the preview for next time. I hope so anyway. We'll see what type of character they end up being. Anyway, I've spoken for long enough already. So let's get the episode up. As per usual, here on YouTube, we do time-based full reactions. If you want to see full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to every picture-in-picture reaction I do. So that's everything from this season, the Patreon request shows like this, backdated shows that will eventually be coming, movies that will eventually be coming, all that good stuff. Go to my Discord for more information on some of the things that'll be coming there a bit sooner. That's the best place to go for that. Also, any Patreon rank gets a special tag on Discord as well to differentiate yourself as well. But here on YouTube, we do time-based. Bottom left of the screen, you'll see the time of the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. We are watching this one on Funimation, since that's who has the rights to this series here in the UK. I don't know if that's still the case in the US, but Sentai Filmworks lost the rights, so I think Funimation now owns them. So I think if you're in the US as well, this is Funimation's where you watch it. It used to be a Crunchyroll show, but now it's Funimation. So we're watching the Funimation version. Funimation logo to start, 7 seconds logos. I'll call them out as I go past. You can also use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell me he's transitioning. That should help you sync up. And with all that said, I think we can get into episode 2 of Lock Horizons in 3, 2, 1, play. That's Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. Is that a revival? Okay, there is revival. Okay. Ill details. 30k in Japan. Interesting. That takes a lot of the pressure off. Assuming it's infinite revives. Not necessarily the case, I suppose. Yeah, this is Man with a Mission that are doing this OP. They also did the Inuyashiki's OP. I thought the style was somewhat recognizable, and then as soon as I saw Man with a Mission, I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard these guys before. All right. Very useful. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Obviously. Broken counter battle, yes. Hmm, okay. This is true. Hmm. Jesus, that's bright. Mm-hmm. 12 main combat classes, variety of subclasses. Makes sense. Assassin Tracker is pretty good. mm, mm, right. But what about now? Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. She's so grabby. Oh, looks like we're gonna be attacked. Hmm. Someone was tracking them. Immediately. Oh, hello. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's not a one-time thing, though. Notice that Ninja is nowhere to be seen. Draw their attention. The healer is currently exposed and alone at the back. I just want to point that out. Nice. Oh shit. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. But this is exactly what he's designed for. Hmm. Nice. Okay. Hmm. Oh, you're about to see. Nice. Very good support class. Oh, damn. Yep. You don't have a healer, unfortunately. Oof. That's one dealt with. Oh, shit. Okay. I seriously thought Katsuki was going to be involved in that, but. Oh, so we've got another two then. Let me guess, they're gone from Akatsuki or something. Yep. Okay. There was two more that we didn't even need to worry about. Aha, it couldn't have been any of those four. Mm-hmm. Okay. Very nice. You can see why he's the strategist. hmm. Won't it? Yeah, we're not dumb, idiot. We're not dumb. Hmm. Doesn't mean she's happy about doing it though. No, that's not let you finish. Hmm. Right. But what do you do other than that? What's Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah. Hmm. Understandable. Yeah. Adorable. But it's not. There's more out there. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is go. Fairy rings. Ah. Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay. Hate 50 Oof, that's a distance. Okay. Half scale map. That's better. 400 kilometers is still a long way. Hmm. Really? Okay. Hmm. Right. Nyanta, or whatever his name is. But. Ah, okay. That's not likely to happen. 21 days. Jesus. Such a long time. Hmm. You guys go instead. Probably. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know about if they wouldn't want that. It's a purpose. It's something to do. They're both thinking the same thing. 21-day journey. Jesus Christ. Are they not going to get horses, or are there no horses to get? Aha, we can summon a horse. Very useful. It's a good question. Very scrawny little horses, though. Ooh, scribe. Very useful. Very useful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, at least for 6 weeks. Aha, the old party. Hmm. Special items? Special summons? Oh ho ho, they do have a special summon. The hell are those? Are those griffins? Manticores? Griffins, okay. Okay, we have griffins. How much does that cut our travel time down by? Uh, oh, okay. So they're a raid reward. Seriously high level players. And off we go. Oh, damn. This is definitely gonna be faster. Certainly quite the view. Well, we're flying, but yes. For now. Wait till the weather kicks in. Good episode. Answered a lot of my questions from the first one as well. Like, we have mounts that we can summon, including special mounts that were raid-only rewards, including a flying mount. Very, very useful. I feel like that raid would have been... If that's the only way to get a flying mount, then that raid would have been very sought after by a lot of players, probably. There might be other flying mounts available, but as the only one we know of, that must have been a raid that people wanted to get the rewards for. I would love a flying mount in Genshin. I'd love any mount in Genshin, just for exploration. It'd be so much easier. But anyway. It also answered a lot of questions on teleportation as well. Wonder how long our transport time is, though. From 3 weeks down to what? Alright. Ooh, we're going to a labyrinth, eh? Phantoms. Ratmen. Oh, fun. More backstory on the Tea Party, maybe? The Depths of Palm. Okay. The Depths of Palm. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, good episode. Very, very good episode. Yeah, they answered a lot of my questions from the first episode this time. So, teleportation, there is a home teleport to the nearest big city that you last visited. Not the nearest one, the one you last visited. So if you visited all the way up north and then didn't go to another big city all the way down south, you can go straight back up north. That's very handy to have, because if they set themselves up in a city, they can go out, they can go as far as they want, and then they can just come straight back without having to worry about it. Although, since they are going to the other big city, Susukino, since they're going to be going there, I guess the spell wouldn't work, so the spell would just take them back there, since that's now the next big city that they visited, so that option's not available for them unless they say, hey, meet us outside the city. So, I guess we're flying back as well, but flying there as opposed to riding on horseback should be much, much quicker. Hang on, let me just see. I want to see if 3 weeks is... What's the speed of horse? Speed of horse. So a gallop is about 48 kilometers an hour. But how long can they be going for that? Horse travel, what did they say, like 425 kilometers? It depends on, it depends on the difficulty of the terrain and how fast you're pushing. Arabian body type, physically predisposed to endurance events, can go much farther than 100 miles in a single day. And yeah, depending on elevation change and such. So I guess it would depend on what sort of terrain they're going for, but 3 weeks for 400 kilometers on horseback actually seems quite long, relatively speaking. Unless that was 3 weeks without horseback. Hang on. Because human walk speed is what? Like, 3 to 4 miles an hour. So a mile every 20 minutes or so. 6 kilometers an hour is normal. So that would be 10 hours. Assuming 10 hours of walking. a day. Yeah, 3 weeks seems quite long, but I can only assume that the terrain that they're going through is going to be quite difficult. But yeah, a 3 week journey to traverse 400 odd kilometers does seem quite long, especially if you've got horses in there as well. I can only assume the terrain is that difficult. I mean, they're going through a labyrinth for some reason. I don't know why they're stopping to go through a labyrinth if they're flying through the sky. But who knows? I'm sure they'll explain it in one way or another. But yeah. They also mentioned the fairy rings or something. What rings? There was something rings there that are like... They are a form of teleportation. But... it's not as easy. There's a set timetable to it all. Let's see. Where did they mention that? It was just before this. Fairy rings. Yes, here they are. Without an online walkthrough to look up the timetables. Dangerous to use, there's no telling where we'll end up. So I guess it's... Okay, so... You can use fairy rings to teleport around, but you don't know the timetable. It'd be very handy if someone memorized the timetables. I assume there's quite a lot of locations, though, and I'm sure the timetable is probably a lot more complex and probably not easily memorable, so that's why everyone just used an online walkthrough. But in theory, if there's no death penalty, unless fairy rings are a limited item and you can only... Maybe it's like they're a one-use item, maybe, and they don't have an infinite supply of them. If it's just an item you use and then you can just keep going and going and going, I guess it wouldn't be so bad. Also, how much of your stuff do you keep on death, I wonder? Because if we do have a revival mechanic, which really questions and kind of removes a lot of the risk involved with dying in an encounter. Like, 'cause that's the interest. Most of these like MMOs is like death is the end. No, we can openly, well, apparently, openly revive. It's still a little ambiguous. And the conditions for it are not exactly obvious either. Can you only revive if you have enough money to do so? Is there other prerequisites to it? How much of your stuff do you keep on death? What of XP and leveling in this world? Is there a penalty for that? Is there a death penalty in any way? A lot of those little questions and stuff that I would really be wanting to look into before I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about reviving. I would want to be 100% sure on exactly the mechanics of reviving before I started putting myself in life danger like that. Maybe that's what this group will think as well. It's like, okay, if things are getting bad, we can't just rely on the fact of revival. We should treat it as if we can't revive, because then that's just an overall safer play as well. If you treat every encounter like something where you can't revive from, then you're going to make smarter choices to preserving your own life, basically. You're not going to put any like super risky plays out there. So maybe that's what they're thinking. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. I'm loving this series. We're going to go straight on to episode 3 now. So if you're watching this one on YouTube, episode 3 of it will be coming out pretty much right after this. This comes out at like 2 p.m. GMT. Next one will come out at 3 p.m. GMT. If you're on Patreon, episode 3 is already up, so you can go straight ahead and watch that one now. Although if you're watching this on Patreon, you're not actually seeing this bit because this bit isn't on the Patreon picture ones, but whatever. It's already up there anyway. So thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, as well as your comments when we for the episode. Avoid any spoilers and stuff of things that are later to be revealed. Like, I know I asked a lot of questions about what like the revival process is and all that. Like, this is just me openly asking so you guys know what sort of questions I'm asking. It's not me actually asking you for the answers yet, because I want the show to explain those answers where relevant. And you guys who are watching the show have another whole season of knowledge on top of this, because you've seen season 1, you've probably seen season 2 as well, and you're probably keeping up with season 3 this season. So it's you'll probably have a lot more information that I don't necessarily want to know yet. I want the show to explain it as best it can. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, which is tomorrow. Well, it's now, basically. But yeah, two episodes every week for this show on Thursdays, since Thursday is a very relatively empty day for me, so I can get 2 of these episodes out. as well as the rest of the Winter 2021 lineup you can find on the channel. Lots of shows this season. I think it's about 20-odd shows I'm watching this season, 2021, something like that. And I don't intend to drop any of the current shows I've got. I'm very settled in with my current lineup. The only show at risk of a drop is... Actually, no, I don't think any of them are at risk anymore. I don't think. No, I'm in love with all the shows that I've currently got on my list. So yeah, I'm not going to be dropping anymore. And I'm loving the 4 Patreon request shows as well. So yeah, this schedule that I have now is set in for the rest of January, February, and March. So look forward to that. Thank you for watching. Until next time. See you guys later.